All I wanna know is sexy can I just pardon my manners? Girl, how you shake it, I can't say that word. It's a Kodak moment, let me go and get my camera. Who sings that song? Is that Ray J? Is that the only Ray J song I think I know? Man, he was really feeling it after he got with Kim Kardashian, or maybe that was before. No, there's no way she would sleep with him if he didn't have that song out. Who was he? He was just, he was Brandy's, there's such early 2000s celebrities that no one cares about. He was Brandy's brother, right? I don't even know what Brandy does. There's a Brandy and there's Ray J. I don't know what either of them. I think they're both singers, but I don't know their songs. All I know is "Sexy Can I." I'm pretty sure it's him. I actually have to look that up. Welcome to the podcast, by the way, guys. I'm just singing. I just sing songs I'm not even sure who they're by, and then have to discover them the second the episode starts. "Sexy Can I," Ray J. Yep. What a great song, dude. What an absolutely great. Is the first single? Oh no, from his fourth studio album. Okay, so he's had a bunch of songs. When was their sex tape? Let's see. When did Ray J and Kim date? So let's just click that. 2003 to 2006. Oh, this was after. Okay, so he was really inspired by her, and he said, you know what, I'm going to make this beautiful song. It's a great song. Great song. I just spilled water all over me. How's it going, guys? It's fucking hot in here, and I can't change that. I'll just sweat in this podcast. Happy we all celebrated Thanksgiving last week. It was cool. It was nice. Got to spend some quality time with the family. Everyone's getting older, dude. Everyone in my family, we're reaching an age where grandparent level people are all brothers. I have a lot of them in the same age bracket. About to be a lot of funerals. God forbid, but it happens to everyone. You know, when you get to like your upper 80s, it's going to be a lot. So not looking forward to that, but yeah, like it is what it is. You know what I mean? At a certain point, you got to live your life, and you got to end your life. And I don't know why we're getting so sad. Let's just. I have a in memoriam. We're talking about a comedian passed away, a open mic comedian that I've. I wouldn't say him and I were friends, but I said hi to him. He's a very interesting guy. His name is Dylan. And I found out he passed yesterday. I don't know the details. I just found out at an open mic that he usually goes to. He was an older guy. I think he was probably in his like 50s or 60s maybe. I'm not sure. He was on the spectrum. I think he would always start off by saying he was on the spectrum. So that's not me diagnosing him. He was on the spectrum, and he was a really fun guy. He would always do like at an open mic. He would always do like reenactments of movie scenes. Like we would just play the audio in the background. He would mime the scene, and he would do like he would always do the scene from A Few Good Men. He would do scenes from The Godfather, and they're very entertaining. He was entertaining. He would just say random things that were like kind of wild, and I don't know. He was a funny guy, and I don't know. He always had a cough too. He would always be like, "This is not from COVID. I have something else," or I forget what he said. And so maybe that was it. I don't know. I have no clue. Rest in peace to him. The type of guy. There's a lot of people at open mics who, maybe even me included, they're kind of like standoffish sometimes, or they're not very. Well, I don't think I'm included in this, but some people feel like it's this like some cutthroat thing almost, or they just feel like assholes. He was the exact opposite of that. He was always fun, just a welcoming guy who just liked to laugh, and rest in peace. So we'll see what happened to him. I don't think it was anything like I'm not going to make any guesses, but it was older gentleman, so could be a number of things. But yeah, that's sad, and really the only way is to honor him by keeping the laughter up, as they say. Also, weird thing, I'm having like nightmares every night. The last week, I think they stopped the last few days. The last week, though, every night I would have a nightmare. One of the nightmares, which I forgot to tell my cousin about it, was I was like visiting my cousin, and I found out him and his brother. I have 3 cousins that are all brothers, my second cousins. And I found out him and his older brother were like killing cats in their backyard or something. Like they were like evil, like I had to call the police on them and get them arrested. It was like this big family drama because people were angry at me that they were torturing cats, and I was like, I'm calling the fucking police on you. And then their younger brother came and he was like, what the heck, why would you do this? And I was like, I don't know, bro, I'm fucking Why are they kill? They don't kill. There's no reason why they would be killing cats. I'm sure if I looked up the symbolism, it would be like their fertility is at an all-time high because the symbolism of cats. I don't know. I have no clue. And I think that's the only nightmare I can remember. Let me try to think. Often when I have a dream, I immediately forget about it the second I wake up. But there's been a lot where I wake up and like my heart's pounding. I'm like, oh, thank God. Thank God that wasn't real. So I hope that doesn't happen. I think maybe it happens. I do only dream, I think I've said this before, when I have a bad night's sleep. So when I sleep badly, I dream. And I think nightmares could be included with that. I'm not sure what the difference between a nightmare and a dream is physiologically. But I think in order to have a dream and or nightmare, I have to sleep badly. So when I'm in my apartment, I got the temperature completely controlled. I sleep like a baby. Oh, God, I sleep like a baby, dude. Dude, I'm going to be so pissed when I'm older and I can't sleep. When I'm like my mom, who like literally says she wakes up 5 times in the middle of the night to go pee. I'm like, oh, my God. I sleep like a fucking rock. And I wake up and I have to pee so badly. It's like I'm about to explode. I have so much piss inside me. So that's definitely going to break at one point. I think I'm probably going to have to wake up and pee when I'm a little bit older. But I hope I don't have to pee 5 times. Just one time peeing is fine. I can settle with that. I'll bargain with you. Whatever. Not God. God already put this in motion if we believe in that. I personally do believe in an architect of the universe. But if you don't believe in that, then whatever. Then it's me holding my bladder. And, yeah, I don't really want to pee that many times. It's not a good... honestly, I would rather just cut like a hole in my mattress and piss through the hole. Then people would think I was like fucking my mattress. They would come over and be like, what's that hole for, bro? It's like, don't you have a perfectly good wife next to you? I'm like, no, she doesn't do it like this hole. She doesn't do it like the hole in this California king bed, I'll say that. That'd be kind of gross, though. That would like definitely emanate out of the hole. I would definitely miss and just like piss on the side of the bed. That's like actually a good idea. Let me think about that one. Shitting through a hole in your bed? No, that's just ridiculous. Then you need a wipe. Pissing, you can just kind of like shake it off. This is only a man invention. Or maybe like a tube that sucks the piss out. Someone that sucks the piss out of my wiener. Interesting. Any volunteer? No. What are we talking about? That could be an actual thing, though. That actually could be like it senses when there's pee and it just starts like a vacuum. It just goes. Whoa. That wouldn't work though. That wouldn't. Isn't that a thing to like enlarge your penis? People use like a penis vacuum. I should buy one of those for experimental reasons, just to see. Sometimes you just want to like. You want to just like do something that's weird, but like you're not sincere about it. You know what I mean? You're doing it in a joking way. It's for research purposes. It's like reading a banned book. Yeah, like I kind of want to read one of these just to see what's going on in there, just to see how weird it is. But some people don't get behind that theory, and they don't want you to use penis pumps. So, like I've also never used a Viagra or something. I just want to see what that's like. I don't need it at all. I definitely don't need it. I'm not trying to brag or anything. Like it's actually the opposite problem. Where like, whatever, guys. You know what? I'm done having conversations with you guys. Shut up and listen to me when I speak to you. Okay, this is an argument my brother and I got into a few weeks ago about airplane etiquette. This actually is probably unrelatable to any of you guys because him and I fly together often, and what we do usually is like he'll take the worst seat on one leg of the journey and I'll take the worst seat on the other leg. And in my mind, this is how it works. It's like on the way there, you take the worst seats. Like one of us will take the worst seats, and on the way back, one of us will take the other worst seat. So if on the way there, I'll take the middle seat. On the way back, he'll take the middle seat. And it doesn't matter how many legs of the journey there are. So we went to New Orleans. If you have been following along, we went to New Orleans, and on the way there was a direct flight, and I got the worst seat. And on the way back, it was 2 flights, and he got the worst seat on the first flight. And then the second flight, he was like, well, you got the worst seat in the first flight, I got the worst seat in the second flight, so now you get the worst seat on this flight. And in my mind, I was like, no, you get the worst seat on this whole leg of the journey. It's 2 flights going to the same place. Both of them add up to basically the same time as that first flight. Why am I getting that? Now I'm getting 5 hours of bad seat, and you're only getting like 3 hours of bad seat. How is this good for me at all? He's like, no, that's not how it works. That's never how this works. I'm like, bro, that's fucking how this works, dude. If there's an even number of flights, it always works out. But if there's an odd number of flights, that's fucking bullshit. That makes no sense. His logic would mean that if we went to New Orleans, right, let's say that's a 4-hour flight, and then we had another 1-hour flight on the way back, he would get the worst seat for that 1 hour flight, and then I would get the worst seat for the next 3 or 4 hour flight. That makes no sense. You gotta add. Sure, he would be getting the worst seat total. In total, he was getting the most amount of worst seats. Does that make sense? Because the two legs of the flight going back were slightly longer. But that's what you're supposed to do. That's how that works. So we got into a fight, and I gave up. I was like, I don't want to argue with you, and we're just fighting the whole time. I forget what else we were fighting for. I just wanted to get home, and I was like rushing to the taxi stand, and he was walking like a zombie. And I'm like, bro, let's fucking go. And he was yelling at me. And then we got home, and I was saying goodbye to him, and he was like, all right, see you later. And I was like, God, I hope not. And then we just both started laughing. That's the thing. That's the thing when you like have such a good friend, or this is my brother, obviously, but we argue, but at the end of the day, we're just like, I know I don't actually hate you. I just want to get away from you. I can't be around you right now. So it's too funny. But yeah, he fucking stole my good seat. Now, it's just, I really think I'm on the right here, and, I don't know. I don't think any of you are going to weigh in on this. Maybe someone is. I hope someone, please weigh in on this. Tell me I'm right. If you're going to weigh in and tell me my brother's right, don't weigh in, please. Only support me. He's not going to care, though. We got a bunch of New York City casinos that have been approved. The owner of the Mets was he won the casino license to build a casino next to Citi Field, which I'm excited for that area to blossom into something better than just, if you've never been to Citi Field, it's in Queens, New York. It's the stadium. It's kind of close to Flushing Meadows Park, which was the site of the World's Fair. It's where Men in Black kind of takes place, a lot of parts of it. So it's a kind of a nice area, except by the stadium, there's just a bunch of like chop shops, which is just a bunch of motor shops where they sell tires, and it's just these giant warehouses, and it's fucking ugly. It's ugly, and it's not nice. So what they're trying to do is renovate it. They're trying to make it nicer, I think, by 2030 something. The plan is to build this big park area. They're building this giant casino now with hotels. So I think that's going to be great, just for the area. I'm not excited to go and see all these chop shops, which I guess are being bought out. I don't know. I don't even know who was really going to those. I don't know. But just like the overall idea that, a lot of people were opposing. I talked about on the train how there was those girls protesting, wearing skimpy outfits, wearing traffic cones on their head, protesting the casinos. They lost. Surprise. Oh my God, you're telling me that that cabaret dance you did on the train didn't stop the casinos? No way. They lost, but, I think their overall message is the same. People are saying, how many jobs are these casinos gonna build for New Yorkers? This is amazing. That's all just still trickle-down economics, guys. You're saying, well, because this billionaire dude made this casino, now think about how many jobs there's going to be. Like, yeah, the guy's still going to be making most of the money here. Oh, he's paying someone to work at the food stand in the casino. Oh, my God. He saved New York. That's not how this works. So, can I get behind them? No, I mean, I don't really... If they said no to the casinos, I'd be like, yeah, I get it. I don't think we need any more casinos in this world, too. Casinos are fucking... a scourge on gambling addicts is not great. So I'm not really a fan of this whole thing, but I whatever. If it's going to go to the owner of the Mets, who's then going to pump it back into the Mets, listen, guys, I'll take it. I'll take that. Sure. I don't know who else won the licenses. I think some of the licenses in New York City and Manhattan failed. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but we'll see. If the area becomes nicer, I am all for it. That area, that could be like an amazing hub for entertainment or whatever. Probably not going to be good for traffic and shit. And the Long Island Railroad that I take, that my family's line goes right through Citi Field. It's Mets Willets Point, the stadium. And, a lot of people are probably going to be going to the casino. Maybe some drunken fools are going to be coming back home. The 7 line, which is already jam-packed all the time, maybe they're gonna have to add more like cars to it, because it's already just fucking annoying. And there's a trillion stops, truly a million stops on the 7 line. It's like unbelievable sometimes. So that's not great, but whatever. Overall, I could take it or leave it, but it's happening, so we just we'll see how it goes. Tax revenue is going to be increased. Where's the taxes coming from? People in New York that are losing money. oh, we're going to generate so much tax revenue from the profits you're making off people in the city losing money. Everyone's poor enough, and then now you get... I mean, listen, whatever. If you're a gambling addict, get help. It's not someone else's fault if you're a gambling addict. But it certainly doesn't help. I don't know what the story is of, like, betting on the Mets, too, in this stadium. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Or betting. I think it's going to be a Hard Rock casino. The Hard Rock Cafe. Not a very good restaurant. Actually, one time I went to the Hard Rock Cafe in fucking... Disney Springs or some Disney, or no, it was Orlando, I think. It was a Universal thing. Dude, they made some amazing fucking salmon for me. I was like in awe. I was like, this place is kind of doing something right here. This place was like so buttery and I think they just coated it in butter, which makes anything taste good, but it was so good. I need to buy some salmon and just make some. I just made myself so hungry. Yeah, I keep seeing a video of some guy. This is unrelated to anything I just talked about. There's some guy on social media going around giving homeless people machetes. He's giving homeless people giant machetes and being like, hey, protect yourself out here, it's dangerous. And he's trying to go viral. And he went viral for this stunt. And I keep seeing articles about, warning, he's coming to New York City, as if he's like some plague that's coming here. Just giving people machetes, which... You know, this is a ridiculously crazy thing to do, to give homeless, and probably some of these are mentally insane people, machetes. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what is this illegal? I don't understand what the whole thing, like, he's coming to New York City as if this is something we can't control, or it's like a tour. He's going on tour, the machete tour. I don't know if you're just allowed. I guess he didn't get arrested. So I guess you're just allowed to give people weapons as a gift. I don't know. I honestly think it could have a beneficial effect, as in a weird roundabout way. You know, because if you give a homeless person a machete and they're crazy, well, you know, the thing is, I'm saying like it could lead to more of them getting arrested and off the street, and then put in prison where they would have food, and you know, it's probably a fine place for them, or they get moved somewhere else. I don't know, but then they would have to like attack people for that to happen, I think. So I don't really think that's going to work. I don't think my weird plan, you know, it's not secretly trying to save humanity by making it worse, as some people would be want to do. So yeah, I think this guy is kind of crazy. And who follows a guy that goes around giving people machetes? I mean, it's a great publicity stunt. It's a great thing to get views, but you're not like, I love this creator. My favorite creator is Machete Man. That's not really how you gain a loyal following. You just kind of get views. Here's the thing. Anyone can get views, guys. That's the thing. Anyone can just have a video. Anyone can post a video that gets 1 million views. That's easy. That's not that easy, but it's pretty easy. If you keep doing it over and over again for the same kind of content, that's where it gets kind of hard. So if you keep posting Machete giving out videos, you know, and they keep getting good views, it gets harder, but it's also like... No one cares about you. They just care about you giving people machetes. No one's really a fan of you. They're a fan of the anarchy. They're a fan of the violence. And I'm sure when we hear one person getting into a fight with the machetes, there's going to be some problems. Maybe he takes the machetes back, honestly. Maybe he doesn't actually give it to them. That could be a thing, too. Maybe it's comedy. Maybe I lost the plot. Maybe it went over my head. I didn't do enough research into it. That could be it. But it's still funny. If that's it, it's actually funny. If he's actually giving the machetes, though, it's you know, it's still honestly kind of funny, but it's very reckless and not going to go well. It may go the way he planned, because maybe he just wants them to start killing people. I don't know. It's like the people we talked about last episode, the Haitian invaders. They were training homeless people from DC. Maybe they were giving out machetes. Maybe they're like, hey, we have an island of 87,000 people to invade. You better be good with that machete. You better be John Wick with the machete. John Wick's not known for a machete. Who's good with a sword or something? Jaime Lannister with the sword, with the machete. A homeless man could be... I want to see like a machete fight. But like a sword fight, machete fight. Anyway. Nothing I say makes sense. Alright, we're going to talk about this girl's stupid-ass essay. That's what I wrote down. If you don't know the drama, I'm not even going to look it up. I'm just going to say what I know. Done the drama. There's this girl that goes to one of these one of these like state schools in the South. I don't mean to say a bumfuck university. I think it's like Ohio State or something like that. And it's like a philosophy class, I think. And she was given an essay prompt, And she wrote this fucking essay that was really like nothing to do with the essay prompt. It was a horrible essay, and her teacher gave her a 0. And her essay was very like Bible based. It was very like a Christian Southern essay about how conservative her values were. Teacher gave her a 0, which we'll talk about. And now everyone's in uproar. All the right wing people are like, "What the heck? She's being persecuted for her fucking beliefs." And all the reasonable people are like, "Yo, she wrote the shittiest fucking essay ever." It was truly like, this was like a college fucking sophomore. She wrote like an essay we wrote in like 8th grade. And the teacher came out and said, "I did not penalize her for her beliefs. I penalized her because she wrote a fucking stupid ass essay." The school came out and they were kind of on her side. They were like, "Yeah, we suspended the teacher. We're investigating the incident." And so, everyone's kind of in an uproar. And I'll say this: I read her essay. It was not a good essay, but I don't think it deserved a 0. I think giving someone a 0, you're very much making a point. I think it was like out of 25. I think give her like a 5 out of 25 maybe or something. I don't know, 20%. Still, it's like, this is a horrible essay, but like truly it wasn't like she was like, the question was like, "What's your favorite color?" And she answered, "I like cupcakes." That's not the thing she was doing. But it wasn't really on the mark, and it was like when you're asked to write an essay about philosophy and you write like, I think God made baby Jesus in his name and I love baby Jesus. It's not exactly doing the right work, but it was kind of in line with what the question was asking. But these people, this always happens where someone becomes like a martyr for a right-wing or left-wing cause, and then everyone just supports them no matter what. I fucking hate when this shit happens. Like Kyle Rittenhouse, when he did this shit, and then he became like a right-wing hero. Guys, you don't have to do that, by the way. You don't have to make him a hero. You guys stupid? Well, they're not stupid. They know how it gets views, but like, can you get tired of doing this? This stupid-ass kid. Dude, if I was Kyle Rittenhouse, well, I wouldn't be Kyle Rittenhouse because I just wouldn't do that. So I'm not even going to make that hypothetical. I wouldn't go around with a gun shooting people. I wouldn't do that. But just, this girl's essay, like the goal of college truly is to be able to think critically, and to be able to think critically about things that you don't agree with. That's certainly something that every intellectual person needs to be able to do. So when you write an essay and you may not agree with the topic or whatever, you still have to be able to, talk about it. You could say how you don't agree with it, but you still have to be able to, like, interpret it. You don't have to be, if you're writing an essay about, like, gay people or something, blah, 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 the history of gay people, and you go, "Well, I can't write about this essay because I don't believe in gay people because I'm Christian." It's like, we're not asking you to believe in gay people. Write about the history of gay people, dude. Write about Freddie Mercury dying from AIDS. Write on the paper. Let's start. Write about the ancient Greeks having sex with boys, or so. I don't even know what they did. Write about the people in Afghanistan right now having sex with little boys, whatever that shit is called. You don't have to believe. I'm not gay. I don't believe in. I'm acting like being gay is a religion. I believe in people that are gay. Sure, I have faith in them. But I'm not gay. I can still write an essay about that. So that's the kind of thing. And I think people who don't understand that are just dumb, and they're just like purposely sometimes being obtuse. And so this girl's stupid ass fucking essay, she's probably gonna become some like, everyone on the internet's making fun of her. The bar for college guys at this point is pretty low. I don't know what percentage of people are going to college, but some of these colleges wipe them off the face of the earth. If I was in power of some sort to get rid of these colleges, dude, 30% of them, tomorrow they're gone. We phase maybe I can't do 30%, but everyone who's enrolled right now, you're in. Everyone who's not enrolled, so you can't. We have a limit on the amount of colleges that can be in existence. There's a limit. We cannot just have more Southern New Hampshire universities, more of these random online colleges that are just complete bullshit. Complete nonsense garbage. Yeah, that's my belief, and I'll stand by it. And I think people who make fun of people that go to college in some instances are right, because it's like, what the fuck did you go to college for? That's why when Donald Trump, he made some degrees. I don't even know what that whole thing where he said these are not professional degrees anymore. I don't even know what that means. What the fuck does that mean? He said nurses are not professional degrees. What does that change? I don't know. I have no clue. I didn't do the research. I don't know. But in some regard, nursing, obviously you need to go to schooling for that, for sure. I don't want to trust... But you really need to go to undergraduate schooling to be a nurse? Like, what do you learn? You're not learning nurse stuff. You're learning, like, biology or some shit. So I don't... You know what I mean? There's nurse school. It's like just being like you need to go to undergraduate school for being an HVAC technician. No, I don't think you do. Just, touch my duct work, bro. Just clean my air filter. So, yeah, that was that girl's stupid-ass fucking essay. And there's more college. Dude, the colleges in the South... They're so foreign to me. They're just like a whole nother world. This fucking football drama. There's a football coach, Lane Kiffin. I don't know anything about this, guys. All I know is on Twitter, these things pop up where this man is a fucking demon, apparently. This man just became the head coach of LSU. It's a big, giant fucking school. Giant school where if I say anything bad about them, they're going to show up to my house and murder me, probably, so I can't. My little nerd school can't compete with the raw manpower of LSU. But this fucking head coach, dude, apparently is a fiend, dude. He's like texting all these girls. He got the job as a head coach. I don't think they care, but everyone's coming out with leaked messages from him, and there's like 20-year-old girls. It's like a 50-year-old fucking coach who I think is divorced, but he has kids who are the same age. I just think it's weird, bro. There's so many people online who are like, well, if I was this hot 50, 60-year-old man and I could get all these young girls... we would all do it in a heartbeat. I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Bro, if a girl my daughter's age, especially if I'm a college football coach and I'm around these people all the time, is that not fucking weird, dude? That's like being like, yo, if I was a college professor, I'll be fucking all these girls left and right. Bro, that's fucking weird, dude. I don't think you should be allowed. I was holding my belly like I'm pregnant. I don't think you should be allowed. I don't think it should be encouraged. I don't think you really should be allowed to do that. Sure, it's consenting adults. Yeah, I don't know why I put in quotation marks. Yes, they're consenting adults, but it's weird. That's fucking weird, dude. So, I don't know. Can't you like go for like 30-year-old women? They're still younger. They're still 20 years younger than you. But, 20 years old versus... even like a 25-year-old girl. That's way better than 20. 20 is just... and I think there's a lot of people releasing fake screenshots, too. And they keep popping up. So, like, some of them are just funny. Some of them are ridiculous. They're talking about him, like, dating, like, getting into, like, wars with women for people on his team. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude? These people are just insane. But I'm sure some of these are true. Right? He's talking to these young girls, and it just feels like an abuse of power. And it's just weird. And I don't think, like, if you're a 50-year-old man who wants to get with these young girls, whatever. I think it's weird, but, it's not illegal. But just like, I don't think that should be something we're all like, this is great, this is perfectly fine, this is living the life. It's like, nah, bro, just like, have you matured at all? Just, I don't know, man. I guess I'm at an age where a 20-year-old girl is like, I look at them, I'm like, this girl is stupid as this girl's kind of retarded. I can't date a retarded girl, that's crazy. That's just wrong. That's just immoral. It's just a completely different world you're living in. I don't want to hear you talk about your homework, dude. I don't want to hear you talk about the semi-formal dance coming up. That's not an adult life. That's fake adulting. So, a 23-year-old, that's even kind of young, but fine, you just graduated, you're in the real world, cool. But just a 20-year-old, bro, for 50, come on, what are you doing? What the hell are you doing, bro? So I don't know. But with all that said, he must be a hell of a football coach. I don't care about college football at all. I will never care about it. I don't give a shit in the slightest. But you gotta be a hell of a coach to get through all this drama. And they're like, we need this man. I think they poached him from some other school, so I don't even know. I don't know how that works. They make more fucking money than head coaches in the NFL. Isn't it crazy? This is insane, dude. Just college football is just the... college makes no sense down there, honestly. It's not a place to learn. It's just a place to fuck around. That's what it is in the South. And I'm like I said, I'm not related to that life at all, so I don't know what to tell you. Someone listening to this is probably some like, go Tigers, go fucking Tigers. I'm saying it in like a Baltimore accent. Go Ravens. The Ravens. I can't do a Baltimore accent. Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any sporting thing at my school at all. No head coaches. I don't even think we had a head coach. I think if we did, they were getting paid like $50,000 maybe at most. There's we're not making revenue from the games. We made revenue from our like lunar rover building competitions and other stuff. Our hackathon, our math Olympics. That's what Carnegie Mellon does. We make money from that. All right, we're going to talk about if you guys are on TikTok, Boy Throb. You guys know about Boy Throb? It is a boy group, a bunch of 4 boys. There's 3 white dudes and then 1 Indian guy named Darshan, who their whole little meme in the beginning was they need to get 1 million followers so they can get a visa for Darshan to come to the U.S. And it's 3 dudes who singing cover songs. They had a competition. It's a brilliant social marketing strategy. They got 1 million followers in a couple weeks, I think. They're taking the internet by storm. And people in the comments are asking, is this satire? Which, I don't understand the question you're even asking. I don't understand is this a place of, are you coming at this from a place of being a complete idiot? Or do you genuinely think these boys are trying to become like the next One Direction? This is a group, it's like the Lonely Island. It's like one of these like comedy music groups. They're purposely being funny. It's a joke, but I'm sure they would love to tour as this joke group. It'd be funny. Is that what you're asking? Are they satire in that way? Yeah, of course they're satire in that way. You thought they were a genuine group? Is them getting 1 million followers to get their Indian friend Darshan a visa real? No, that's not real. I think you do need a visa. You need the visa to be here for a specific purpose. So I do think if they have all these followers and they have like all this publicity, they can get them on a visa to come here. But is that like a legal thing? The government said you need 1 million followers to get them a visa? No, that's not a real thing. So when people ask if that's satire, I immediately turn to, well, everyone's lost their media literacy. They're complete idiots watching this. They haven't even released a song, guys. They're releasing covers where they just put Darshan's name into all the songs. It's entertaining. I like their videos. It's fun to watch. But, sorry, guys. I have to adjust my nether regions there. Sorry. But to believe this is a real thing, guys, I don't know how gullible you can all be. I don't understand. Truly don't understand how some of you guys go through the world existing. I don't. And it's kind of sad that I don't, because I want to be that blissful and ignorant. But yeah, yes, it is satire. And they're going out and be like, no, this is not satire. We're serious about this. Which, yeah, they're serious about it being satire. That's what they're serious about. This is not a joke per se, but it is a joke. The whole thing's a joke. Very obviously, you can tell the second you see any of their videos, you go, okay, this is a joke, but it's fun. And it's a serious joke. They're taking it seriously as a joke. Does that make sense? It's like my career. I'm taking it seriously, but this is all a joke, guys. This is all nonsense. We're just making up shit. If I started playing a character that was weird and got a lot of followers, I would play it seriously, but it would be played as a joke. You catch my drift? You catch my drift, bro? Okay, if you guys don't remember, last year I went on a hiking trip to Chile. And there was news a couple weeks ago that I missed, but I saw it because my friends sent it to me, where on basically the exact same hike we were doing, I went exactly this time last year. A couple weeks ago, I think 4 people died in a blizzard, in like an avalanche type blizzard thing on the trail. They like froze to death, which is horrible. They went up the mountain, and then it was an extreme blizzard, and they were walking down. They couldn't even see in front of them. They're walking down this mountain, which I don't know which hike they were on. Might not have been one I did, but it was real close. Some of these ones, like if you can't see in front of you, bro, you're fucked. I mean, you need to see in front of you to see where the trail is, or else you're completely fucked. And I think some of these people fell. They lost them. They didn't know. They thought they would have gone up ahead, and they went back to find them like hours later the next day, and they just found them on the trail, off the trail. Maybe them, I forget the exact details. Some of them had just fallen and froze, and it was horrifying. And I just think there was no blizzard there. We did see an avalanche one day. Far in the distance, we saw an avalanche. But just the horror, because I was on those hikes, dude. My knees got fucked up. I know if I was in a blizzard, I could have died. I think truly I would have had to stop walking, take out my sleeping bag and everything, like bundle up and just try to warm myself, put on all of my layers of clothing and just try to like keep myself warm until the storm passed and I could see, because I don't think I could have made it down. I was walking at a snail's fucking pace. So you really think like it could have happened to me, could have happened to any of us, and could have died. So rest in peace to those people. Horrifying. There's a lot of bad stuff that happens there with just people. The Chilean soccer team, or the Uruguayan soccer team that crashed in the mountains over there. They ate each other. They ate the bodies. Just horrible things in these remote regions. And they said, they were saying like we lost people on the trail, and the staff there was like, we can't go up and get them, or they weren't really worried about it. Which, I kind of get. I mean, they do take things very seriously, and they probably should have like sent out some sort of rescue thing. But it's hard in a blizzard. How much could they really do? It's not like they can really haul people down the trails. So it's just tough. And I feel bad for these people. I mean, you go on this like magical holiday. I think some of these people were from Britain, so I can say holiday. We're going on holiday, and you go on this. It's such picturesque views and beautiful scenery, and then you just a blizzard that comes out of nowhere. It wasn't even that cold when I went. I went later. Well, maybe the seasons are reversed. It might be getting warmer. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's rough. That's rough, and I don't know, what else do I say? It's just, you think, you're like, damn. It's like when you hear about, I heard about people dying on a safari before I went to Africa, and I was like, fuck, man, that's not good. People getting, like, mauled by lions. That guy actually, I forgot to, I don't think I want to talk about this, but there was a guy in Brazil, went to the zoo, a kid, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He climbed into a lion exhibit, and he got killed by the lions. You see him sliding down a tree. The female lion comes up, pounces on him, probably like rips into his neck. I don't know. They didn't show that part. I think they have that on video. Horrifying, because this stupid ass kid, I don't know what the hell he's doing. He just died. Died from a lion. You can't do anything against a lion, dude. Unless you have a weapon. The lion's so strong. My God. So I don't know what that was, but that was horrifying too. But I'm not an idiot that jumps into a lion exhibit at the zoo. I don't know who would do that, but this guy did it and he died. And sucks, but what am I going to do? What are you going to do? Some kids think they're invincible, and they're not. They think that's why kids are scary, because they do the dumbest things, and they think they can get away with it, or they're going to survive, and they're clearly not. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do, man? Okay, we got a boring one here. New zipper technology. This is what I read. They're coming out with a new zipper, and that was it. It's not even. I thought it was gonna be cool. It was just like, no, we're getting rid of the tape part of the zipper. Where like, there's like a zipper, and then there's like a little flat part on the sides of the zipper that connects to the cloth. They're like, yeah, we don't need that part anymore. We're just gonna connect the zipper directly to the cloth. And apparently, I guess they were hoping like a mic drop was gonna happen. We're all gonna be like, no more flat part. Oh. I thought they were going to make new advancements to the actual zipper bar. They're not doing that. Like maybe a new shape that doesn't like snag or something. I don't know. They didn't do that. So this is the first advancement to the zipper in like 100 years or whenever it was invented. Not that exciting. I think it was supposed to be more exciting. And yeah, it's not. I don't know if you guys fell out of your seat because can't wait to see. Maybe it'll look way cooler. Maybe it'll make outfits look cooler. Maybe like it'll hide the zipper more in things so you won't be able to tell something has a zipper. But I don't really have that many things that have zippers. It does feel like a kind of like tacky kind of addition to clothing in a weird way. I have a lot of jackets that have like buttons. Some of them have zippers, especially if the zipper's plastic, then it's like, whew. I feel like a lot of women's clothing doesn't have zippers. I don't think they like zippers. I think women just, maybe that gives them the ick, a zipper. That could be a thing. Oh my God, he's perfect, but like he has so many zippers. Zipper shoes. Bro, my brother has some like weird boots that kind of make him look like a dominatrix or something, and he wears them sometimes. I think they have a zipper on them, and everyone looks at those boots like, what the fuck are those boots, bro? I think we've bullied him into not wearing those boots, but he's got to be who he is. He's got to be who he wants to be. Maybe I should get some boots like that, just to like black leather boots. I don't think I want black leather. I want just like brown leather. Well, we'll see. We'll see what I want to do. Maybe for Christmas. Put him on my list. He's checking a list. He's making... That's not the right words. He's making a list. Oh. Whenever I sing that song, it reminds me of the Family Guy theme song. Even though I'm singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town in like some Christina Aguilera fucking Moulin Rouge voice. Gitchy, gitchy, gaga, yada. Little lady marmalade. That's not her. All right, Katy Perry sues disabled veteran. That's the fucking article title. This is an article. I don't even know the reason, but it's actually the article I read made it sound like a pretty valid reason. But just whoever writes the titles against Katy Perry fucking hates Katy Perry. It's like you get into imagine a disabled veteran robs you and shoots you on the street. And then I sue them, and the article goes, Matt Lipari sues disabled veteran. That's kind of what this feels like. It's like, yeah, I guess you're not wrong, but he fucking tried to kill me. There's some like real estate dispute between Katy Perry and this fucking disabled veteran, who I think is like rich. They're making it seem like it's this poor guy. Which, I'm not here to defend Katy Perry, but the article, the title grossly misrepresented what was going on. Just whoever wrote that hates Katy Perry. Which I'm sure Katy Perry is a disaster, a nightmare, like a monster of a person. But still, that was just funny to read that. That is just like Katy Perry burns orphanage down. And the real article is like, Katy Perry lights fire to orphanage to save people because the orphanage was too cold and she needed to warm it up, or I don't know. Some stupid shit like that. So you can read the article yourself. I think this has been going on for a long time. I keep seeing this in the news. But it's just so funny. It's just so funny how easily the media can twist something and make you seem like such a fucking asshole. Which again, Katy Perry, who's she dating right now, by the way? Is it still Orlando Bloom? Let me look that up. Is it Justin Trudeau? I forget who's who. Who is Katy Perry dating? Let's see. Katy Perry's dating former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Okay, cool. Who's Orlando Bloom dating? What the fuck? I thought he was dating someone. Didn't they have a kid or something like that? Let's see. Orlando Bloom dating. Let's see. Orlando Bloom broke up with Katy Perry in June 2025. Okay, he's with a mystery brunette as of late 2025. Dude, you know how fucking crazy this is that like these guys get relationships in 2 fucking seconds? Do you guys just be single? Can you be single for a second? Why do you have to be dating a mystery blonde person? Mystery bombshell. I mean, I guess, you know what, I guess it's fun. If it's just casual, I guess it's fun, you know what I mean? I guess, not that I do like being single a lot of times, but like, if I broke up with someone that I could casually get into a relationship with someone where it was like the most fun I could have, yeah, that'd be great, I would do that. So, I get it. But also it feels like these people should be single for just a little bit of time. You don't need to go from high profile partner to another high-profile partner. You don't need to keep doing that. I guess it's just to keep your name in the tabloids, but I don't know, man. Katie, just release another song. Release another song about the eye of the tiger or whatever you sing about. I don't know. This is how we do. Yeah, chilling laid back street. I never do it like that. I feel like every time I mention Katy Perry, I just talk about how bad that song is. Fucking, she has some horrible songs. Some great songs, but some god-awful songs. Yeah, what are you going to do? All right, what's my last topic of the day, guys? My last topic. Oh, dude, another week, guys. Another week of me thinking I'm going to go on a bunch of dates, and then it ends up probably going to be 0. Probably going to be goddamn 0. My God, dude. I thought I had people in the bag this week. There was one person, she unmatched me yesterday, which, whatever, happens. But I was like, for sure, I was like, we're going on a date this week. I was like, I'm not that I didn't want to go on a date with her, but I was like, she's way more into me than I am to her. And I was like, what the heck? I don't know why she did. I don't know. Maybe she was just on there for fun. I didn't say anything weird. Sometimes I know why you unmatch me. This time I was like, okay, that's weird. But I was like, oh, you fucking got me. And then a bunch of other people just not responding to things. They're like reaching out. I don't know. It's just stupid. Someone else planned like, hey, you free this day? And I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 and they don't respond. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I don't care anymore. It's tiring. It's the end of the year, guys. It's time for everyone to give up. What are you going to do? So it's just annoying. I don't know what the deal with 2025 and this happening is, but it never happens. Never happened before. Never happened. It's like only the last few months too. And there was this other girl I've been trying to go on a date with for like months. Like a whole month. Every week something comes up. Or just her job was busy. And then we like, at a certain point, she was like, I'm kind of going to give up. And I was like, you know what, let's try one more time. And then I wanted to give up. And she's like, let's try one more time. And then I said something and she like, it seemed like she got mad at me and we never spoke again. Which, whatever, you know what I mean? At this point, it wasn't going to work. But it's just like, I'm like, what is going on right now? What the heck? It's not even like the people exist. They seem like they're willing to go on a date with you, and then it just doesn't work out. You're like, what the heck? What is going on, bro? Have I lost my touch? I don't think so, guys. I'm still as smooth as ever. I'm still so super fly and smooth, but it's just tough. I don't know what to do. Whatever. It's the Christmas time, you know. It's Christmas time. It's holiday time. Time to hang out with my friends, see my friends and family. I don't have time for any random broads, any random birds. Any random birds. What do they call them in other places? Shawties? Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. I guess I'm going to keep trying for a little bit, but I think at a certain point, you know, writing's on the wall, guys. The writing is on the fucking wall, and, you know, it is what it is. Some of us are meant to be single for a while, and guys, I may be doing more traveling next year. I hope to be doing more, so it might not even work out in the first place. We'll see. We'll figure this out. We'll figure it out. So yeah, that's it. It's just sad developments, and it's not all peaches and roses, guys. If you think everything's good in New York City, there's so many people here. Everyone's going on dates every 2 seconds. Probably, but not me. I mean, some people are just fools. Some people are idiots. Some people make dating their fucking full-time job. You know, it's just, I don't know. It's only so much effort you can put into it, and, you know, I've somewhat given up a little bit. But, yeah, well, let's go on Reddit. Let's read one Am I the Asshole or something. I feel like, I don't know how much time we have left here, but, let's see. Oh, Usha Vance appears to ditch her wedding ring again days after addressing rumors. Dude, people are saying J.D. Vance and Erica Kirk are going to get married. Guys, if that fucking happens, this is such a joke. Like, truly, this is such a fucking joke of a party. The political system is such a fucking joke. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to, like, it's ridiculous. So, let's see what happens. I do think that's probably going to happen. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Am I the arsehole? What the fuck? What just popped up? Am I the jerk? What the fuck? Okay, no. Am I the asshole? Let's read. That's too long. Guys, stop writing these long ass things. How long is this one? Dude, these are too long. Stop it. This one's kind of short. Am I the asshole for not allowing my mom to bring her boyfriends to Thanksgiving? My wife and I are hosting our first Thanksgiving in our new house, and we are having some conflict surrounding my mom's boyfriend, Rick, and if he should attend or not. Any boyfriend named Rick is not coming into my goddamn house. I'm going to say that right now. No Rick, no dicks allowed in this fucking house. My mom has been with Rick for a few years, and he has always been polite to us, though a bit standoffish and clingy with my mom. Okay, seems like you should invite him so far, but let's see. I thought everything was good until over the summer, right after our wedding, my mom called my wife while she was in the car with Rick. She was using CarPlay and seemed to think she hung up when she didn't. My wife overheard Rick ask my mom if I made a lot of money. I don't know if it's relevant, but Rick and my mom are both loaded. My mom asked why, and he said he thought my career usually paid well. And he was like, I'm a dick for saying this, but his wife is not pretty. I think he could afford better. My mom immediately told him off for being gross, but my wife was absolutely gutted. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude. Classic old people not knowing how CarPlay works. Oh, man. They're like, we can just immediately start talking about it. It's also, that's a crazy thing to say about your fucking, basically, daughter-in-law. What a fucking idiot. She called me crying, and I immediately called my mom and lost my shit. She was so embarrassed and apologized profusely. I believe my mom genuinely would never want to hurt us, but that doesn't change what he said. Rick apologized as well, but honestly, fuck him. The issue is Thanksgiving is tomorrow. My wife never wants to see Rick again. My mom feels like we are being unfair and that we should forgive him as he gave a genuine apology and he never intended for anyone to hear that. She said she is sure we have conversations we would never want anyone to hear. Yeah, about how Rick is fat and disgusting and ugly. I told her he's absolutely cannot come, but I really hope she will. Ultimately, my mom decided to spend Thanksgiving with Rick, and now the rest of my family's pissed at me. My aunt said I'm being a selfish brat when my mom has put me first my entire life. And my grandma said my wife needs to grow up and accept that he might not find her attractive. This is a tough one, honestly. I think everyone's saying that they're not the asshole. Yeah, I would never want to see Rick again. Rick's a fucking disgusting fucking guy. Piece of shit guy. Here's the thing. Even if you call someone ugly, there's plenty of people I think are ugly. I've never been like, some of them I have. All right, guys, you got me. Some of them I have. But never like a woman where I'm like talking like that person's so fucking ugly. I'm never like, if I accept that everyone is attracted to different things, and I know there's plenty of people I've probably been out with who one of my friends would probably be like, I don't find them attractive. And so I'm never gonna like do that. And I think that's definitely a faux pas on Rick's part. And I get why the wife would be so upset and never want to see him again. But I also understand, like, this is someone your mom has been with for a long time. That's gonna be tough, bro. Like, that's, you're choosing your wife, but you're kind of setting it up for a struggle between you and your mom. And I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's tough. But I mean, the rest of the family could celebrate with the mom and Rick. I don't know if they're so upset about it. I mean, whatever. I don't know. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm like torn about it. I think definitely not the asshole for not inviting Rick, but I do think it's not as cut and dry as like you cut Rick out of your life forever and your mom. I don't think that's gonna work. I think what you do is you just call Rick disgusting and ugly, and so you'd be like, "Hey, Rick, you fat piece of shit." Maybe Rick's jacked and super handsome, maybe he is, but with a name like Rick, I don't think so. I have a strange suspicion. I have a strange inkling that Rick is not all he's cut out to be. And you do that. That's it. That's my solution. It's not a great one. I don't know. It's tough. I would think if someone like called me ugly in my family, I take criticism so well that I don't think I'd care. I would truly use that as opening up the floodgates to bully the shit out of that person. There would be I think it would just be fun. I'd be like, thank God I get to talk about them. Thank God, man. Whew. Saved me a whole lot of trouble. Now I get to make jokes. Yeah, all right. Thanks, guys. Have a nice life, I guess. Have a nice week. Sorry, I can't speak. That was just so emotional for me. All right, whatever. Peace out. I don't want to talk to you anymore.